You're 5'6.5", even though you freaking say you're 5'7" on Tinder.
What are you gonna do about it?
Stop freaking monkeying around and let's get down to freaking business.
Get on your feet, pal!
Yeah.
Let's find out how tough you are. I wanna know right now how tough you are. Come on.
My freaking ex texted me while I was freaking pumping iron. You know what I freaking did? I looked at the freaking phone, threw it down, and picked up the freaking weights.
That's what I thought.
What up? What up? It's Garage Gym, homie, baby. And today, man, today we are reviewing historic High-Stim pre-workout, homies. Is it worth? Look at that. There's artifacts and stuff on there. Look at that. Is it worth it? Before we get into this here, please click the subscribe button. I got content coming out all the dang time for you, man. So click subscribe. And let's get into this. God bless all of you, man. I hope you're feeling amazing, living from the heart, man. Staying out of your head. God is good, man. God is amazing. Don't let me catch you on that. Oh, I'm an atheist. That's weak, homie. Strong men rely on their creator. We're only worshiping one of two things, man. We're either worshiping the creator or the created. Oh, I don't know about God, but I pray to the universe. Shut your mouth, homie. That's the created. God made that. The universe. You're worshiping the wrong stuff, man. We only worship one of two things. Anyway, man, I'm in a good mood. God is amazing, and so are you, homie. So let's not live in here today. Let's live in here, and let's be a light to the world. Hey, Vinny. Look, we got Vinny here. Vinny. Are you living in your head? Look at you, man. Anyway, let's talk about the facts. I really like this brand, man. I think they're doing good work. Nice formulas, a healthy approach. They're not stim junkies, pre-workouts. They're nice daily drivers to high-end dailies to non-stims. I recently reviewed their thermogenic pre-workout. They sent me a package with like 4 things, so I ran them all, did separate videos because I'm a gentleman, man. You know, I show love to up-and-coming companies. This platform, man, I've reviewed a lot of stuff. Shady stuff. Huge, big brands. Box office, blockbuster brands. I've reviewed companies that you hear where they come out with one pre-workout, you never hear from them again. And I prefer to use my little, it's not a big channel, it's a small channel. My little platform, man, that God's given me to do some good and put a spotlight on companies that are doing it right, trying to do it right, and actually care, man. And I believe, based on what I see here, that they care, man, that they're living from the heart. Anyway, man, supplement facts. They're not doing that 1 scoop, 2 scoop, redfish, bluefish, Dr. Seuss mumbo jumbo. This was a sour gummy flavor, man. Solid flavor, solid sour gummy. I would say it was 65% gummy, 35% sour. Good flavoring system they got, whomever's manufacturing this hitter right here. And you know what they've done basically with their 4 pre-workouts that I just recently reviewed is they seem to have like a baseline formula and they tweak it to make their different products. So they got this baseline formula, they used it to make a non-stim, same few ingredients and dosages, and then they do some tweaks on it to adjust it, which can go a long way. That's not a bad thing. It's just, it is what it is, homie. You know, that's why I'm here to tell you. I don't know what's what or who's who in the zoo, but I know this. So this is what they're giving. You get 25 servings in a container. So a lot of these smaller companies, especially companies using this many trademarking, I mean, they're using the brand name beta-alanine, brand name or trademark whatever, extended release caffeine, estrogen. The Genius Pure is a great ingredient. The Rodeo Prime, the Hydra Prime. You know, they're putting their freaking heart and soul into these, man. I could tell. Anyway, man, citrulline malate for the pumps, 2-to-1 ratio. 4 grams of citrulline, 2 grams of malic acid. That gives you that vascularity, man, the gorilla look, nitric oxide production. Carnosine beta-alanine. Now, this might be different because I don't know. Oh, you know why this is different? Ha ha ha! Because their other pre's didn't use beta-alanine at all. That's why this is different. I was saying, I don't know if the other ones use carnosine, and that's correct because they didn't use any betas, homie. So, I mean, Historic Labs must have been listening, man, when GGH went and told you got to feel the betas to be an alpha, homie. So they put in the brand name carnosine, 3.2 grams, man. Hydroprime as glycerol powder, 2 grams. Lion's Mane, homie, that's a nootropic, 600 milligrams. Caffeine anhydrous, 350 milligrams. A nice amount, man. Genius Pure, alpha GPC. So this is a very special, standardized extra. It's not an extra. This is whatever it is. This alpha GPC is 90%, which you've only seen with this Genius Pure, because all other alpha GPC is typically 50%. So you got to get 600 milligrams to yield the 300. This is 350, so 90% of that. So you're even getting, I think, more than the 300 or whatever. And this is a very cool trademark ingredient, man. It's not cheap. Rodeo Prime, that's their Rhodelia, 300 milligrams, fights fatigue, gives energy, yada yada. It's a good ingredient. Zoom XR, extended release caffeine, 100 milligrams. So I think it yields 75%. Which gives you a total of 425 milligrams of caffeine, estrogen 50 milligrams. So this is what I'm going to say. This is what I'm going to say about this. This is a really well-rounded pre, man. I like this one more than their regular Historic, and I don't know if I like this more than their Thermo. I like the thermogenic one. It had some nice diuretic properties, and I liked that the caffeine was lower. I think it was like 275. I'm trying to recall, but I really like the low caffeine. Now this year they're calling a High-Stim. Now the truth is, 2 sources of caffeine giving you 425 milligrams of caffeine, that is High-Stim. I mean, 425 milligrams, we're so desensitized by caffeine today that you don't see really any other stims in here, so you think, oh, that's not High-Stim because there's only caffeine. But 425 is a high amount. So I'll say this. By the standards of most of humanity and the standards of this brand, this is a High-Stim pre-workout. Okay, 425 caffeine is High-Stim, regardless of how desensitized. You're jerking it too much, homie. Watching too much porn. You're desensitized. 425 milligrams of caffeine is technically, it is High-Stim. I mean, that's a lot of caffeine, and caffeine's a stimulant, so it's high stimulant. However, per the standards of our channel here, this is more of a high-end daily driver. That's what I would say about this, which is not a bad thing. I'm just calling it like I see it. And this tub is the coolest one that I've seen by this brand. This is a very cool tub. I like the branding. It looks historic. This is nice. Performance, endurance, energy, focus, pump. So I would say, man, this performed exactly as the label suggested, which is a really nice thing. For some reason, the carnosine beta-alanine doesn't always hit me as hard as far as the beta tingles as other pre's. Without carnosine, that doesn't mean carnosine's worse. I mean, carnosine is a brand name beta-alanine, so it's supposed to be the best. But as far as the tingle, beta has other benefits, but as far as the tingles go, it's mids, like it's mid tingles, like you feel it. This definitely has the best sense of urgency out of all their pre's that I've used because of the beta-alanine. You start feeling the tingles in 5-6 minutes. And if I use this more, I might have crazy tingles. Sometimes beta tingles are inconsistent, so it's not always a reflection of the product. A lot of times it's me. It's me, homie. It's not you. It's me. Anyway, man, the pumps are sick on it. The pumps are just nice, swole, kind of like skin-tight freaking pump where you feel that mind-muscle connection. This is definitely a really nice, well-rounded pre-workout that you can use 4 days a week without feeling guilty. I say it's a 4-day-a-week hitter it doesn't feel unhealthy. It feels, and it doesn't particularly feel High-Stim, to be honest. It feels like you have very solid energy, definitely the strongest out of their pre's, the most sufficient energy you can get. You're not stimmed up. You're not higher than a giraffe vagina. You just feel very awake, very alert, very good endurance, very good pumps, and glycerol also helps with the endurance. And it's not so much glycerol where it feels like too swole, where you're compromising, you know, looking vascular. The citrulline and the glycerol mix gave a nice vascularity, and I think the focus was really solid on it. I've been saying since I've been reviewing this brand, I think there's something to this Genius Pure because you definitely feel like your brain, like a really good dialed in focus outside of the what's it called? The caffeine. Okay, the very apparent focus outside of the caffeine in a healthy sense, man. You feel like just like your brain's kind of fired up, man. Like you have a dialed in, not a head high, but almost there, man. Almost there, like almost like a head high, but not quite. More of just my brain's fired up and I feel kind of more clear-headed right now. So I would say this, man. There's only so much I could say. Very well-rounded, very light on the stomach. The level scoop was the right serving size. 25 servings in container. The pumps on it are freaking solid. I mean, look, dude, you don't need much for the pump, and the pump on this was definitely apparent. You had a nice, tight feeling. The energy on it was the highest that this brand has been. It feels like a very, very high-end daily driver, like very high-end. Not stim junkie, not stim junkie daily, because there's no other stims in it or anything like that. Just has more of a backbone than their other pre-workouts, with a little more of a drive. It only lasts a couple hours and then tapers off. There's no negative side effects, doesn't crush your appetite. Nothing negative I could say about it, but don't expect like high stim junkie, you know, out of your mind kind of pre-workout. It's a very nice, well-rounded, solid experience that feels still in the healthy realm. So as I said, a 4-day-a-week hitter, because of the higher caffeine, but it is from 2 sources, which is nice. And the energy, the endurance, and the, what's it called? The dialed in focus. And everything was really nice on it without any one level that excels like crazy. So everything was really kind of evenly distributed. The pumps were not the craziest pump in the world, but a really good pump. Not the craziest energy, but definitely solid, high-end daily driver energy. Not tunnel vision, insane focus, but definite good dialed in, feel good, healthy focus that's apparent. And, you know, not the most insane endurance, but good. So a very well-rounded, nice pre-workout. I don't think you're going to be disappointed by it. I mean, it lives up to what the label suggests. I think they're giving it to you straight. It's not trying to be something it's not, so I really respect it. You know, when pre-workouts have this insane label and it doesn't live up to it, then we can trash it. This is, I think they're being true to self. The label, it lives up to the label, so it's a nice experience. That's what I got, man. Only so much I could say. God bless all you. I think I got a code for them. I'll link below if I do. I'll make sure it's activated if this is something you want. God bless all of you, man. Together, and that Genius Pure, I think, is the star of the show. That's a very cool ingredient, and you do not see that often. That, I'm telling you, the 350 Genius Pure, I'm going to tell you this trademark name Alpha GPC, I find 350 more effective than regular 600 milligram of Alpha GPC. And that's after using this multiple times. Well, not this particular pre multiple times, but all their pre's. I would say I've used this Genius Pure ingredient like 7 or 8 times now total. So I have a pretty good idea of how it affects me. And I think this 350 of Genius Pure is better than regular 600 milligrams of Alpha GPC. I think there's something to this trademark. Not all trademarks are legit, but I think this one happens to be a really cool ingredient. That's what I got, man. God bless all of you. Together, let's hit the like button, man. I'm out.